Greetings, Gemini, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Jumping into your rune for the energetic past. Right away, we have Ingwaz, the energetic rune of your energetic past here. This is the god Ing's rune of the god. Ing is the rune of fertility. This is the rune of kind of tripping over my mouth words here. This is irreversible rune. I'm just, because I noticed this is a thing that I can correct here. Anytime you get a rune from me and you need to get it repainted or anything, to send it back into me, I'll repaint it. So that's just what I was kind of tripping up on right there. Anyway, the God Ing's rune, the rune of fertility, is nicknamed the Divine Masculine's rune. This is the rune of like healing your ego, divine masculine balance. It's a good time to state that we also have divine masculine and feminine aspects in every single one of us. This is more that healing the ego energy, coming from that stoic place of knowing that the seed that you planted is going to bear fruit rather than having to guess. You can respond rather than react. And you're kind of, when you're taking the time to respond rather than react, your mind is that fertile soil in which you can respond with. Right, so you're either challenged or blessed with aspects of that in your energetic past here. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't as we move on. Gemini, in your now energy here is the rune of Pertho, the rune of uncovering mysteries. This is like divine holding up its hand saying, look, take the energetic leap, I got you. Right there, take the leap, I got you. Definitely with that healed sense of ego, I do see you doing this, uncovering mysteries, being initiated, going through this initiation process. The Gambler's Comp, this is the like a friendly competition or a pregnancy or a rite of passage and initiation process where you know how the energies begin, right? You just never know how they're going to end, but you can guide those energies to their best possible outcomes. When you do that, when you start off facing one way, you come out shifted a different way, facing a different direction, therefore a shifted perspective, thus being initiated throughout the process. So Gemini, right now, you're kind of with this divine masculine healing work from your energetic near past here. Now you're into this uncovering of mysteries, going through an initiation sort of a process. I think this is an inner kind of revelation here for you. In your energetic near future, though, is the rune of Isa. This is, in the negative aspects, it's stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons, slipping on the ice. But in your energetic near future here, with it in your outcome or your near future, I like seeing this as more of like a Four of Swords energy, where this is your chance to let the water freeze over the deep lake. That's what Isa is. It's the ice freezing over the deep lake. So when that happens, when you let the ice freeze gently over the lake, nice and slowly, you get to see deeper into the lake for that deeper clarity. You have that chance for rest. It takes time for that to happen, right? So you get to pause for that clarity. So through this, after this initiation or right after this, you get to kind of pause and integrate that into your divinely guided path. Right? You know you're coming from fertile territory, not really sure of what is on the other side of this, but you know you are nourished enough to go through this initiation process, and you get that rest to look forward to, this to integrate everything in your near future here, Gemini. So that's beautiful. That's like a very nice, like ebb and flow, like a nice energetic wave, nicely shaped here for you. What's in your influence for right now? This is more that stability, more when we have the runes that have the lines that go out like that, right? That's a very stable structure that you can, or very stable, structure, foundation that you get to build your structure on. So with this is Othala, being that structure that you build on your stable environment. This is more about your legacy. What are you leaving behind? So you're kind of influenced with what's transitory versus what's perpetual. What are you balancing out? Gemini, what are you going to leave behind that's healthy and long lasting versus what's short term and maybe not so healthy, right? What's perpetual versus what's transitory. All right. And so with that, with your energetic influence, this is really great that you're taking this initiation process, because you understand that stagnancy where that leads. So you know that through change is the only way to really enhance anything. And you're kind of going through this unknown sort of process right now. If this reading resonates, I invite you to explore a private session where we can go deeper into your path, your energy, and the guidance the runes are offering. When the runes speak, they open a doorway to your own inner wisdom, and these sessions can help you step fully into that clarity. Subscribing, sharing, or leaving a comment even supports this channel and helps more seekers like you gain the insight, the guidance, and the spiritual growth that they need. Thank you for showing up and for engaging and honoring your own journey. Together, we strengthen this circle of awakening and understanding. So what is your advice right now, Gemini? Yeah, go with the energetic flow, follow your bliss, follow your joy. This is right hold. This is the rune indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career, but this is more about, like I said, leaving behind the stagnancy, the discordant energies. This is surrendering to divine flow. Very grounding energy. Remember, when the line's going straight down like that, that's very grounding energy. But Rado here has one leg kind of always moving forward in step with divine flow. Right, so this is staying more present, more in the now. Gemini, you're called to stay in the now. Check in with the now. Let everything pass through that great love filter. Am I receiving it with love? Am I perceiving it with love? Am I responding to it with love? What's my self-talk like? All that good stuff. Are you following your F? Yeah. Are you following what's a healthy, lasting legacy for you, right? Are you going through this honestly? Are you doing your work honestly? Right? Like in Reiki, just for today, I will do my work honestly. I will do my work diligently. Right? That's one of the 5 Reiki principles. So beautiful, beautiful efforts out there, just surrendering to divine flow, Gemini. So when I say indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career, that's just saying that when the energies change, or you're not going to stick around for the abusive or the energies that are always the same. You're going to change with the energies that enhance your divinely guided path, right? So the energies that don't serve that divinely guided path, you're able to walk away from. And I think you do so without even knowing it most of the time. In your energetic outcome is Odin's rune. This is interesting to get for the last rune of the rune reading. This is like the patch over Odin's eye. This is something that's already hidden from you, or something you already know. But with it being your last rune, immediately we're going to get a rune of clarity from a completely different set. We're going to draw from the wooden set. This is a lot of karmic lessons here for you, Gemini, in the outcome. So I think this is like, yeah, something you already know. This is knowing what you sow is what you reap. This is one Kinos facing another. Yera means year. It's the cyclical rune of the harvest. So knowing that, like, at the end of the season, you make a harvest, the farmer takes inventory, stock of the crop, and what did they do? You know, do I need to adjust for next year? So on and so forth. So that's kind of like taking lessons in inventory, knowing of like what you sow is what you reap, literally. So a lot of karmic lessons. This is learning a lot of lessons, learning a lot of surrendering to divine flow. I think when you address this work honestly with your divine masculine healing work and balancing out the divine feminine in the process, right, you get to flow a lot more easily. You get to be more present and more stable in your now and trusting the process. All right, you're not the only one to get this message here, Gemini, this week, this TTP. Trust the process, right? Surrender to divine flow, stay in the now, be open to learning these lessons. Gemini, this is like your bread and butter. You love learning. Yeah, you're the mutable air sign of the zodiac. So This is beautiful because you get to learn and integrate. You get to, I mean, these are both like absorbing the lessons learned through the process that you're going through right now. This is like you're definitely going to get your ability to slow down and really learn here from these past experiences and through what you're experiencing right now. This is beautiful. Let me know in the comments below how this all resonates here for you, Gemini. Okay, we're going to get the card of clarity this week from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Divine, straight from Source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Gemini here for this week's Divinely Guided rune reading blah, 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 here at the beginning of Sagittarius season. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Gemini for this week's Divinely Guided rune reading. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for this week's Divinely Guided rune reading here for Gemini. What one card of clarity do you have for this week's Divinely Guided rune reading here for Gemini? Please show us clearly. Boy, the cards have been really shuffling interestingly today. All right, thank you, Divine. Blame. This says, I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Yeah, like a lot of the karmic lessons, like realizing maybe you only have yourself to blame for certain things, like taking full responsibility. You're the one that took this gamble that you're in right now, right? And you're surrendering to that divine flow. Yeah, that could be it. Let's read more about this blame card. Again, it says, I accept responsibility for my own well-being. It is so easy to give away the power to transform your life, Gemini. Certainly, there have been people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today, but you are solely responsible for your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and if it comes under fire, the first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the connection that you have to your soul source. This mindset says, I don't have the power inside myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger. This is an illusion, Gemini. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. There's a difference between a reason and an excuse, Gemini. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift blame. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.